Yo, what is up, Godzilla and Kaiju fans? It is me, Godzilla, and welcome everybody to the very first live event on Godzilla King underscore 1954 to 2023. So yeah, guys, this is it. This is the first live event on Godzilla King underscore 1954 to 2023. So yeah, guys, tonight we are going to be watching the SpaceX Starship first orbital test flight, which the stream began yesterday on April 20th, 2023. And yeah, guys, so it is time we do the live event on April 21st, 2023. So yeah, guys, this should be very amazing. So please sit back and relax and enjoy the video, because this right here is the SpaceX Starship first orbital test flight live event on Godzilla King underscore 1954 to 2023. So yeah, guys, please remember to like the videos and subscribe to Godzilla King underscore 1954 to 2023 to become a member of Team Godzilla. So yeah, guys, let's go ahead and get into the video, shall we? So here it is, guys. This right here is the SpaceX Starship first orbital test flight on Godzilla King underscore 1954 to 2023. So let me say this in all one more take. So here we go. Alright, guys, this is it. Alright, Godzilla and Kaiju fans, this is it. This is the SpaceX Starship first orbital test flight live event on Godzilla King underscore 1954 to 2023. So yeah, guys, please sit back and relax and enjoy the video as we get into the SpaceX Starship first orbital test flight live event on Godzilla King underscore 1954 to 2023, where we witness the launch of the most powerful and largest rocket ever built. It's time for us to witness the launch of the world's most powerful and largest rocket ever built. So please enjoy the video, and this should be awesome. So let me sit down here and enjoy the video. So here we have SpaceX right here. So yeah, guys, the stream will begin shortly, because this right here, guys, is the SpaceX Starship first orbital test flight live event on Godzilla King underscore 1954 to 2023, where we witness the launch of the most powerful and largest rocket ever built. So yeah, this is the very first live event where we witnessed the first orbital test flight of the SpaceX Starship first orbital test flight, where we will witness the launch of the world's most powerful and largest rocket ever built. So here we go, guys. I'm just gonna wait here. Alright, on with the show. This is Starbase at Boca Chica, Texas. This is where it all began. So enjoy the show, everybody. We had a whole bunch of test flights. Suborbital test flights. Oh yeah, first perfect landing right there. And here we are right now. The orbital launch mount. The orbital launch tower. The super heavy boosters that powers it all. The 13 center gimbaling Raptor engines and the 31 engine static fire. Oh yeah. Oh yes, this is it. It's time where we witness this.
Good morning. On your screen is a live view of Starship as it awaits its second attempt at our first ever integrated flight test from Starbase, Texas. If all goes well, we hope to see our Starship spacecraft and Super Heavy booster, which we collectively call Starship, lift off together for the first time in exactly 33 minutes from now. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Kate Tice, Quality Systems Engineering Manager here at SpaceX headquarters in Hawthorne, California.
And I'm Shiva Bharadwaj, a Space Operations Engineer here at SpaceX. Now, if you've been following along, you'll know that we stood down from our initial launch attempt on Monday, and that was due to a frozen pressurization valve on the Super Heavy booster.
Yep.
SpaceX teams investigated the issue and determined that this valve had some moisture in it,
Yep.
which caused the valve to freeze up when we were loading super chilled liquid oxygen into the booster.
Now, these valves are super important because we actually need a pressurant to go back into the tank as we consume propellant, and we actually use a pressurant that comes from the Raptor engines. It's heated down there and then put back in the tank.
Yep. So this right here is the SpaceX Starship right here, fully stacked.
Like drinking out of a thin plastic water bottle. If you're chugging that water.
So right here, guys, as we can see right here, the two SpaceX Starship prototypes that will be launching for the first orbital test flight is Starship S-24, which is on the top, and Super Heavy Booster 7, which is on the bottom. And again, this is a two-staged rocket.
So, all of that being said, our teams learned a lot over the last 48 hours,
And as we can see, the propellant is loading in. SpaceX Starship is fueled by liquid methane and liquid oxygen.
By SpaceX. It will be the world's most powerful launch vehicle once fully developed and have twice the thrust of the Saturn V rocket.
Yep.
But the key breakthrough with Starship is that it will be fully reusable and capable of carrying up to 150 metric tons of payload to orbit in a reusable configuration and up to 250 metric tons when expendable.
Now, for context, Falcon 9 is only partially reusable.
Yep.
We recovered the largest part of the rocket, that's called the first stage, but we don't recover the second stage. And Falcon 9's heaviest payload to date is just over 17 metric tons.
Yep.
So 150 to 250 metric tons on Starship is an order of magnitude greater in terms of the payload capacity. Now, for today's test, we will be the first of many as we work towards transitioning Starship from a developmental into an operational program. And the primary objective today is to gather as much data as we can around the fully integrated vehicle.
Yep.
While we have flown the Starship spacecraft in the past, it is going to be the first attempt of Super Heavy and the first opportunity for us to validate how the two vehicles operate together.
We are so excited for this. The purposes for today's
Yep.
flight.
And in the next 20 seconds, we're going to show you what will the first orbital test flight be like if it's successful. We will show you what the orbital test flight looks like if it's successful.
Clear the pad. Every milestone beyond that is a bonus. The further we fly, the more data we can collect.
Here it
Now,
is.
if it does all go well, then we'll expect the Super Heavy to light up
Right here,
33 Raptor
Starship
engines
S-24.
at the base of the vehicle and lift off, clear the pad away down.
Here, let me replay this real quick.
In Starbase tech.
Please bear with me.
We'll expect the Super Heavy.
Wait, hold on 1 second. 1 second.
Helps inform
Right here.
and improve future builds of Starship as a
Right here in the next 10 seconds is going to be a simulation of what will happen if the orbital test flight goes as planned.
That is a bonus. The further we fly, the more data we can collect.
Here it is.
Now, if it does all go well, then we'll expect the Super Heavy to light up its 33 Raptor engines at the base of the vehicle and lift off, clear the pad away down from in Starbase, Texas, and then it'll go into ascent. About 3 minutes into its ascent, we're going to expect to see Super Heavy separate from the Starship. It'll perform a flip maneuver, and then it'll execute a boost-back burn, and we're going to be targeting a hard landing in the Gulf of Mexico.
And while that's happening, we hope to see Starship's 6 second-stage engines ignite and watch as Starship coasts for about an hour at altitudes ranging between 150 and 250 kilometers before re-entering Earth's atmosphere and make its own hard landing in the Pacific Ocean about 250-ish kilometers offshore.
Okay, now let me recap that in my words here.
Purposes for today's flight.
Okay, so let me turn down the volume right here and go back a couple more seconds. Okay, so right here, here's the simulation right here, guys. When we get to T minus 30 seconds, when we are, why do I keep saying seconds, by the way? Okay, so right here. Okay, so when we get to T minus 30 minutes before the first orbital test flight begins, this is the simulation of what will happen if the SpaceX Starship first orbital test flight or orbital test flight goes successful. Right here during the launch or the liftoff, Booster 7 will ignite all 33 Raptor engines and will lift and will begin to lift up into the air with all 33 Raptor engines firing. Here, Starship S-24 and B7, or here, hold on one moment. Let me recap over. Hopefully I may do this without pausing. Okay. Okay, hopefully we might do this in one take. Please bear with me, everybody. Okay, here we go. This is what the simulation, this is going to be the simulation of what will look like, of what the orbital test flight will look like if planned. So right here during the launch or liftoff, Booster 7 will ignite all 33 Raptor engines on the bottom. And right here, both S-24 and B7 will go through the ascent and max Q. Here we'll have booster main engine cutoff. Booster 7 will perform the flip maneuver and perform a boost back burn, and then Booster 7 will descend and splash down and do a splashdown burn and land in the Pacific Ocean. While that is going on, Starship S-24 will go through the coast phase after igniting all 6 of the Raptor engines and will splash down. It will re-enter the atmosphere and will splash down near Hawaii, right there. And so, hopefully you got all that. If you didn't, just go ahead and replay that part.
But we do promise that whatever views we do have, we will
Okay.
bring them to you live.
Yep, we have a couple of ground stations along
So
the
that
way.
is what will happen if the orbital test flight goes successful.
And of course, those will be available on.
Yeah. Let's see if I can get all the way over to where we get into the exciting parts here.
Right.
Yeah, we've got a great shot there of the various different components of.
There's different components and all
We'll
that.
talk more about those in a minute.
And we have this awesome video that shows you just how
Right
big
here.
that is.
Look at
you
that.
See one of our technicians there doing
Look at that
some
right there.
prep work in advance of today's test. And
How
man,
huge
there's
that
the
is right there.
120-meter monster.
Yeah.
It just keeps getting
As you can
smaller.
see right here, SpaceX Starship right here is literally 120 meters in height. Yeah, SpaceX Starship when fully stacked together will reach up to a height of 120 meters, which is Godzilla sized. And yes, Godzilla yeah, our present day Godzilla yeah, the Godzilla yeah, yeah, as you can see right there, guys, that is a very large Godzilla-sized rocket right there, for sure. So, yeah, I am 120 meters tall, and SpaceX Starship is 120 meters tall also. So, yeah, this is definitely a Godzilla-sized, fully reusable rocket right there. Okay.
They're smaller. Now, just like
Here, let's get to the part where
roughly 2.5 times that of Falcon 9, and with 33 much larger engines.
okay, right here, 1 second.
But
Sorry,
this super heavy booster has a diameter roughly 2.5 times that of Falcon 9.
Yep.
And with 33 much larger engines.
Okay, so right here is Booster 7's 33 Raptor engines right there.
There are 33 Raptor engines at the base of the super heavy booster.
Yep, and you can see they're in a couple of different rings here. So we've got the outer ring of 20 static engines. They're going to be providing a huge amount of thrust today to lift off the entire stack. But then we've got the 13 gimbaling engines in the middle, and they're going to be providing the tilt maneuvers and also helping to reorient the booster as it comes back later in today's flight.
Yep. So right here, so yeah, right there, we can get a good look of Booster 7's 33 Raptor engines. The outer 20 Raptor engines, they're fixed in place and they don't move or gimbal at all. But the 13 center Raptor engines, they can gimbal. Under the control and power of a hydraulic power system. a hydraulic power unit or whatever it's called. Yeah, a hydraulic power unit. So right now, currently, SpaceX has moved on to electric power units for the gimbaling 13 Raptor engines right there.
Basically tilting or almost wiggling the engines a few degrees and in either direction to allow the booster to steer itself, just as you said, Shiva.
And
Yep.
we'll get some great shots later of actually a wiggle test that we perform ahead of liftoff, just to make sure that all of those engines are able to perform their full range.
I don't know if we'll probably get the gimbaling testing, the gimbal testing.
Manufactured in-house. They are, as many of you know that have been following along, they are a reusable methane oxygen staged combustion type engine.
Yep. That's what the.
That Super Heavy is going to be making after ascent. Fundamental systems map. Super Heavy has 4 grid fins to assist with orientation.
So right here, Super Heavy Booster 7 or Booster 7 right there has 4 large titanium grid fins right there.
We talked about earlier, Super Heavy is not going to be attempting a land landing today.
Yeah.
But with this flight test, we're still trying to get as much data as we can. We're focusing on the fundamental systems and operations, so that's the liftoff portion. But we are going to try to get some data on how the fins work and for that water landing that Super Heavy is going to be making after ascent.
I love that great view of the fins there. Now, Starship, or the spacecraft, is the second stage, and it makes up the top
right there
portion of the vehicle. It's designed for carrying passengers and cargo to Earth orbit and beyond. It stands about 50
Earth
meters
orbit,
tall,
the moon,
which is
Mars,
a
and
little
beyond.
taller than the Statue of Liberty. It's comprised of 6 Raptor engines,
Mhm.
3 sea level and 3 vacuum engines, which are optimized to operate in the vacuum of space, and they provide a maximum of 258,000 tons of thrust in vacuum. Spacecraft is also outfitted with 4 flaps to help aerodynamically control the vehicle's altitude, which you can see those 2 forward flaps there on your screen now. So they help control the vehicle's attitude during
It's a great view of Starship S-24 right there.
the intended location. Now, one thing we gotta mention, the heat shields.
Yep, the heat shield tiles or thermal protection system.
A heat shield, which is composed of 18.
Here, hold on one moment.
Which you can see those 2 forward flaps there on your screen now. So they help control the vehicle's attitude during atmospheric flow.
Starship S-24 right there.
Landing at the intended location. Now, one thing we gotta mention, the heat shields.
Yep.
They are iconic. Starship is wrapped in a heat shield, which is composed of 18,000 hexagonal ceramic tiles designed to insulate the vehicle during that atmospheric entry. And that's really important because the temperatures can be as high as 2,600 degrees Fahrenheit. The hex-shaped tiles, like the ones that Shiva and I have, roughly make up about 2/3 of the vehicle. We can see that we have some different shapes. Mine is slightly curved. As you can imagine, it sits on the curved portions of the Starship vehicle.
These hexagonal heat shield tiles are made to withstand hundreds of temperatures, or maybe thousands of temperatures, even including the flamethrower blowtorch you see right here. That can withstand hundreds or possibly thousands of temperatures right there.
Hex-shaped tiles, like the ones that Shiva and I have, roughly make up about 2/3 of the vehicle. We can see that we have some different shapes. Mine is slightly curved. As you can imagine, it sits on the curved portions of the Starship vehicle.
The one that I've got is a hexagonal tile that's more flat.
I'm pretty sure this video is going to be going through midnight, but it's the weekend, so I don't have that school night.
The heat shield, because when you're coming back in from re-entry, we're going supersonic, we're compressing all the air ahead of us. That ends up causing a lot of heating along the surface.
And that's on
straight into the structure.
Yeah,
that's right there.
it's amazing to me, especially when I first picked
You
up
can
one
see all those hexagonal heat shield tiles right there. And I like to call it the thermal protection system because that's what it's called. Thermal protection system or heat shield is what everyone calls it.
project the maximum amount of heat during that entry. Like Shiva was just saying, they're black, and that's because black helps project that heat that is building up on the exterior of the heat shield.
Yep. And you may remember the space shuttle has that heat shield tiles on the bottom of the space shuttle as well. Sorry, I had to cough.
Runways on the moon or Mars. Fortunately, at those destinations, the gravity is not as high
Wow.
as it is here on Earth. On
As you can
Mars,
see,
gravity is just 1/3 of what it is here on Earth, and on the moon, it's just a sixth. So in both of those cases, Starship with just its engines can take off without needing the super heavy booster like we do need here on planet Earth.
Yeah.
Starship.
Guys, right here on the so right here you guys may be wondering how does you may be wondering to me to yourselves and me you may be wondering how does SpaceX stack the Starship spacecraft and super heavy boosters onto the orbital launch mount. So it's all because of what you see all the way all the way that's extended away from Starship S-24 and Super Heavy Booster 7. That is the orbital launch tower's large robotic arms right there. And so yeah, those right there are the orbital launch tower's large robotic arms, codenamed Mechazilla. So yeah, that is a good name, Mechazilla, for the arms right there that are designed to lift up the super heavy boosters and the Starship spacecraft right there. And also, very soon, very soon in the future, when we start going to Mars or all that, and when we are completing all of our orbital test flights and all that stuff, the Mechazilla arms are going to be used to catch the boosters out of midair as they're laying back to the orbital launch mounts and all that stuff. So yeah, no, there isn't going to be no Mechazilla booster catch for this test flight. Like SpaceX said, they're going to be attempting to do a boost back burn and then splashing down like a couple of kilometers like a couple of kilometers or miles away from the shore of Texas. So yeah.
Does not have its landing lights attached because, like we said before, it won't be returning anywhere. Starship is expected to make a very hard ocean landing, which,
Yep.
if we even make it that far and manage to get any views, it will certainly make for a very exciting end to today's test. At this point in time, we are 20 minutes, or just over 20 minutes from liftoff. Let's check in with John Insprucker for a status update. Hey, John, how's it looking?
Thanks, Dave. I'm John Insprucker, Principal Integration Engineer here at SpaceX. We're currently loading propellant from the ground system into both the first and second stages. Now, both vehicles use the same two propellants. That commonality helps build the reliability. And the fuel today is liquid methane. That's at a temperature of just over 100 kelvins. That's about minus 272 degrees below zero on the Fahrenheit scale.
Yep.
Now, liquid methane is a different fuel from Falcon 9. That booster uses R.I.P. kerosene.
Yep.
However, our oxidizer is liquid oxygen, and that's the same as Falcon 9. Because there is no oxygen in space to support combustion, we have to bring our own. Now, leading up to where we are right now, we had a go-no-go poll. That was conducted just after T-minus 2 hours. And once the team gave their nose, we started loading propellants onto the booster at T-minus 1 hour and 39 minutes. At T-minus 1 hour and 22 minutes, we began propellant loading of the ship. The second stage you can see on your screen right there. Now, propellant loading of the Starship's second stage main tanks completed at about the T-minus 27-minute mark, at which time we then began loading the two header tanks in the nose of the second stage.
Yep.
Now, at T-minus 3 minutes, when the first stage super heavy propellant loading completes, that means we'll have all the propellant on the rocket. And the vehicle will be fully loaded with over 10 million pounds of propellant.
Yep.
Now, right now, at T-minus 19 minutes and counting from liftoff, the weather and winds are looking good.
Yep.
We have been watching ground level winds. They're at 18 miles an hour. As the morning continues, they will increase, but that is below our limits right now. We're also looking at upper altitude winds. We're waiting for one more balloon, but we believe that we're going to be go.
Yeah.
On the launch vehicle itself, the teams, the good news, they're not working any issues right now. But if for some reason we do not make our test flight today, if we have to hold, we have a backup launch window.
Yeah.
However, we're not sure when it would be. It could be 24 or 48 hours after today.
Well, that didn't really happen. So So let's probably just skip this part right here so we can get into even more of the excitement here. Oh, they skipped a little bit of it.
2019 with our Starhopper prototype.
Ahead of us, but
Hold on.
Starlink's capability.
Hold on 1 second, guys.
vehicles just like
Hold on.
capable of carrying a
All right, let's see what they say here.
Everything is looking good.
awesome news. Now, in order to make life multiplanetary, we need a fully reusable vehicle that's capable of carrying a huge amount of cargo and a lot of people to orbit and have a pretty quick turnaround.
Yep.
The idea is to effectively reuse launch vehicles just like airplanes.
Yeah, imagine if you had to wait for a new airplane to be constructed every time you wanted to fly. You'd rarely go anywhere, and for most of us, it would
This
be
is the
completely
animation.
unaffordable. In order for us to get to Mars and back with lots of people, lots of cargo, multiple times, reusability really is a must.
In advance of our first missions to Mars, Starship will execute a number of missions
Look,
both
Mechazilla
cargo
catch
and
right
people,
there.
starting with Earth orbit and eventually expanding to the Moon and beyond.
Yep.
Now, in the near term and a bit closer to home, Starship will also be critical to other programs. Once fully operational, it'll deliver the full-size and upgraded version of our Starlink satellites, and that's super exciting because our next generation satellites represent a step forward in Starlink's capabilities and will allow
Oh, yeah.
millions of more people around the world with high-speed internet to watch webcasts.
Oh, yeah.
Such an exciting future ahead of us, but first, let's talk a little about how we got to where we are today.
Yep. Let's talk about where we all. Let's talk about how we all got here today, right here. So let's begin. So
The internet to watch
right here we have the. Okay.
Such an exciting
Here we go. We're going to be going through right here. We're going to be going through the SpaceX Starship's origins before we get into the first orbital test flight. Here we're gonna. All right, here we go, guys. This is the origins of the SpaceX Starship and how it got here today.
of the future ahead of us, but first, let's talk a little about how we got to where we are today.
Now, Starship's testing ramped up in July of 2019 with our Starhopper prototype, sort of a short version of the Starship that we see today. There's a great photo of it. It was just over 18 meters tall. It had a single Raptor engine, and we had it to test fly and perform low-level altitude maneuvers and attempt landing. The initial test flight, or hop, reached about 20 meters in altitude. That was followed by the one that you've got on your screen here. This was our 150-meter altitude hop. We went up, took a little jaunt away, about 100 meters or so away from the launch pad, used that Raptor engine to fly and actually land, and actually this hopper is actually down at Starbase now.
Yeah, I love this shot. It's just so fun to see it fly. After a series of 150-meter hop tests with earlier prototypes, the Starship program saw a major breakthrough during a test flight of a vehicle known as serial number 8, or SN8. You
Yep.
can see it there on your screen now. In December 2020, SN8 demonstrated a first-of-its-kind controlled aerodynamic descent and landing flip maneuver. 2 words, belly flop.
Belly flop.
The SN8 prototype rose to an altitude of 12.5 kilometers or 7.8 miles and conducted a belly flop maneuver.
Or a skydive maneuver.
During its descent. While it didn't stick the landing, the test was a major milestone in the development of Starship.
There wasn't enough thrust here.
In fact, we should be able to see that unfortunately failed landing. Boom. It was
Rest in
fun to watch
pieces.
though.
Rapid unscheduled disassembly. but
Rapid
there's a lot of
unscheduled
data.
disassembly.
Now, the testing continued on to prototype serial number 9. It took a 10-kilometer flight. It's about 6.2 miles up in February of 2021. We had a nominal ascent. We executed the engine cutoff once we got to the top of the altitude window. We did that belly flop maneuver, which is so much more fun to say than controlled descent, aerodynamic maneuver. That was all stable, but unfortunately, we had a dramatic end on this flight as well. We had a failure on one of the engines that resulted in another pretty large fireball. But what was really cool about both of those flights was how much we learned just between serial numbers 8 and 9, and how quickly we were
Skip
able to
SN10
achieve
and
our
SN11.
primary objectives in those 2 flights. In addition to that, we got so much data that demonstrated control of the vehicle in that subsonic regime.
Ultimately, we performed 9 Starship high-altitude test flights in total, and And then, as you see on your screen there, in May of 2021, SN-15 launched from Starbase, reached an altitude of about 10 kilometers, performed a number of maneuvers, and safely returned to the launch site. This was the first Starship prototype to fly, control its descent, safely land, and be recovered in one piece.
And that people were cheering like crazy.
I was one of them.
Yep. And also that Starship prototype, Starship SN-15, that prototype is still at Starbase to this day. It's in the rocket garden where all the Starship spacecraft and boosters get stored right there, or pretty much get retired. And right here we are today. Starship S-24 and Super Heavy Booster 7, or S-24 or S-24 and B-7 is where we are today.
Now, having achieved those successes in our suborbital campaign, one of the next big challenges is for the upper stage when it comes to reusability and surviving the hypersonic, really high heating phase of entry. Combined with the later ability to refill Starship's tank with propellants, the fuel and oxygen, while we're on orbit, that will enable us to have a fully reusable transportation system that's designed to carry both crew and cargo on long-duration missions, interplanetary flights, and will help humanity get to the moon, travel to Mars, and beyond in our solar system.
Yep.
This is all just basically our path of progress, basically an iteration on each vehicle, and that iterative process is a core part of how we work here at SpaceX. We like to test.
Okay, yeah. Let's just skip it a little bit all the way to right here. Okay, we got an ad here. Hold on.
Be great.
At Take 5, you stay in your car because we're faster than you think.
Much faster.
Oil change is done, but I didn't have time to fix my garage door. Gotta do what you gotta do. Take 5. To stay in your car, 10-minute oil change.
Yeah.
Load tank pressurization on the first stage.
Oh yeah.
In fact, we are just now closing out header tank load on the second stage. Now with the header tanks loaded and closed out, that means we're down to just the first stage to finish loading. That'll finish about T-minus 3 minutes. And at that point, when both stages are loaded, we will have the 10 million pounds of liquid propellant on board.
Yep.
Now in the next few minutes, the guidance system will begin its final alignment for flight during the quiet period when the rocket's not doing anything. The automated flight termination system will be armed, and a final TVC checkout will be performed. Those are the engine wiggles, and hopefully we'll be able to see that with the cameras underneath the vehicle and maybe even the second stage engines.
Oh.
And there's a view looking underneath the super heavy first stage with the 33 Raptor engines. Now, a reminder as we continue counting down, if we do need to hold, the point where we hold the clock would be at T-minus 40 seconds. We can pause there. Typically in the past, if we need a little bit more time to finish final checkouts or do some pressurization of the onboard storage tanks, that's where we would hold. But currently, we're not hearing a need to hold, so at 6 minutes, 27 seconds, everything looks good. And of course, Kate Shiva, as we get close, we're going to get into the engine ignition sequence of 33 Raptors, and that's going to be something new for everybody.
Yep.
I cannot wait for that moment. So, for those of you that are familiar with how we launch Falcon 9 rockets, you probably know that we light all 9 of those first stage Merlin 1D engines all at once. It's pretty different than what we do, or what we're attempting to do today. We're actually going to be igniting those 33 engines in banks or clusters, and that sequence starts at T-minus 6 seconds.
Yeah, and the ignition sequence is a little bit different, both in terms of the timing and also the ignition method. So on Falcon 9, we use a chemical called T-tab. It's a pyrophoric material, so that means when you mix the two together, it produces a flame that kicks off that green characteristic spark on Falcon 9 missions. But actually on Starship, we use electrical ignition systems. Many of those are integrated on the ground system here. And the electrical ignition, we start lighting the banks at T-minus 6 seconds, And then over the next 4 seconds, the 3 sets of banks will ignite and eventually bring the booster up to a thrust to weight greater than 1 and hopefully ascend.
Yep.
Super exciting. Like you said, pretty different from our Falcon 9 launches, and so this will be the first time that any of us have gotten to see this type of
Okay, here we go, guys.
integrated test flight with
5 minutes until the first orbital test flight. 5 minutes until the SpaceX Starship first orbital test flight.
We want to remind everyone that success today is anything.
You see everybody at SpaceX headquarters right there.
For today, success is anything that we learn that helps improve the future builds of Starship. If we lift off and clear the pad, we're calling that a win.
A great shot of the pad there. Great shot of the quick disconnect.
Look at the liquid methane tank right there.
The frost line on the booster where that methane is fully topped up.
Yep.
I think we're just coming up on the last few minutes here of propellant fill on the booster. That quick disconnect is going to separate away as we actually get into the ignition sequence, but it's providing electrical connections now and also providing the propellants that we're loading into the vehicle.
Yeah. We're just now under 4 minutes until liftoff of the Starship flight test. We've been following along for what honestly seems like days and days now, but really it kind of comes down to years. It has been a long time to get to where we are today. Now, fast forwarding a little bit, we have the opportunity to hold, if necessary, at 40 seconds. And we are able to hold there for about 15 minutes, or up to 15 minutes. And still be able to lift off.
Yeah, that's a little bit different from Falcon. For the
Some venting
propellant
right
sequence
there.
on Falcon that we don't have the opportunity to hold. So that's a cool new capability on Starship.
Right now, T-minus 3 minutes, 10 seconds and counting. We've got some great views from the drone.
All right, here we go, guys.
The fog is slowly lifting. We get some of the blue skies, hopefully good views.
3 minutes until the SpaceX Starship first orbital test flight.
That should be wrapping up here shortly. In fact, it looks like fuel fill and drain valves are coming closed. That means first stage is fully loaded, second stage fully loaded, and that's 10 million pounds of propellant on board the Starship launch vehicle.
I want to take a quick moment to say that the crowd energy here is electric. I feel like it's Falcon Heavy test demo all over again.
Yep.
And hopefully you'll hear us as we get into the plus count. But right now, next activity is coming up. The flight termination system arms at T-minus 2 minutes. Thrust vector control checkouts at T-minus 2 minutes. And then after that, major activity will be the T-minus 40-second gate.
33 Raptor
So you're
Engines.
looking up at the 33 Raptor engines. There are 20 engines in a circle on the outside. And as Shiva said earlier, 13 engines on the center. Those are the ones that Gimbal.
All right, here we go. 2 minutes until the SpaceX Starship first orbital test flight. Gimbal testing's probably happening off screen, or maybe.
Love this view. These are the 33 Raptor engines at the base of the super heavy booster.
Oh, there they go. They're gimbaling.
Now,
The 13 center Raptor engines are gimbaling.
Currently inside 90 seconds. Next major activity,
Look.
T-minus 40 seconds.
Look, let's replay that. Let's replay that. Look. Right here. After 2 minutes until the launch begins. Here we go.
love this view. These are the 33 Raptor engines at the base of the super heavy booster.
Okay, here we go.
I think we can see those
The
birds
13 center Raptor engines are gimbaling on booster 7 right there.
90 seconds. Next
They're
major
controlled by the hydraulic power unit right there. But we're gonna be seeing how it looks like on the electric power unit on the future boosters that will be doing their test flights. All right, here we go.
flight termination system is armed for flight. We're getting ready for T-minus 1 minute.
Here we go, guys. This is it. 1 minute until the SpaceX Starship first orbital test flight, and perfect timing for another ad. Skip ad. Skip ad.
That is a gate, a decision point.
Yep. We saw those Raptor engines gimbaling.
A few minutes.
We saw them gimbaling.
Termination system is armed for flight.
Here we go, guys.
Ready for T-minus 1 minute and counting.
Here we go, guys. And this is it. 1 minute until the SpaceX Starship first orbital test flight live event. Here we go. This is it. It is time to witness the launch of the most powerful and largest rocket ever built.
It's the final checks of the vehicle.
It is time for the launch of the most powerful and largest rocket ever built. Here we go, guys. Everybody is cheering in the background. Okay, this is it, guys. Here we go. It's time. Oh, we got we've reset the time a little bit. We're gonna be holding down right about right there.
See the clock
Yep, right there.
is recycled.
Recycled. It is recycled right there. This is a hold down for the final checks.
We are recycling. For the moment, we'll see where they move the clock back to. They could hold at T-minus 40 seconds. They could go to an earlier point. Give us a minute to listen into the nets, and we'll see if we can get you more information to share.
Yep. So it's still gonna be happening at the moment, but please bear with us, Godzilla and Kaiju fans. We're still at T-minus 1 minute here. Man, I'm nervous. Absolutely nervous. How about you guys? How about you? All of you. Yeah, I know you definitely are. We're literally at 1 minute until the SpaceX Starship first orbital test flight live event. Here we go, guys. We're about to see the launch of the world's most powerful and largest rocket ever built. Let's do this right now. We get a good view. As we can see, we got a good view of the SpaceX Starship right there. Starship S-24 and Super Heavy Booster 7. Countdown hold for final launch checkouts. Okay, just to make sure everything is all ready for the big moment. The big moment where we make history. Alright, this is it. Any second now. The countdown timer should be popping up on the bottom of the center screen. It should be popping up any moment for after the final launch checkouts. So please be patient. It's going to take some time, but please bear with us. See, we get a good look of Starship S-24 and Super Heavy Booster 7 right there on the orbital launch mount. Both of these Starship prototypes have completed testing. They have completed grid fin testing. They completed they completed flap testing. They completed fin testing. They even completed spin prime testing. They even completed gimbaling. They even completed gimbaling Raptor engine testing, and also even conducted completed all the static fires.
We're holding a T-minus 40 seconds. What we've heard so far is we have a couple of issues we're working.
Ooh.
One is the booster tank pressurization. Final pressurization was just a little bit long. That's not unusual. We've held a T-minus 40 seconds before to pressurize. That appears to have been resolved. At the same time on the second stage, they're working some final purging. We should know very shortly if that is cleared and if we'll continue the countdown.
Everyone, especially that person, is excited to keep going. Like John said, we should know shortly if we are able to continue. But as we mentioned before, we are able to hold up to 15 minutes and still be able to lift off today.
Yeah, on Falcon 9, it's a little
Look,
bit
there's
different.
people right there. There's people watching the launch from very far away.
The propellants can warm up.
Right there on Boca Chica Beach, or like all the way over at Boca Chica Beach, like near Boca Chica Beach.
Yeah.
It looks like they're clearing all the flags, and we're going to release at T-minus 40 seconds.
That is amazing news.
Amazing.
Please be
Team
patient.
working quickly through their issues on first and second stages.
I'm sure all of the rehearsals and simulations that they've been doing have prepared them to evaluate this data quickly to try to get us in for today's launch attempt.
For those of you just joining, we have a brief hold at the T-minus 40-second mark. The team is resolving one issue with the bleed purge on the Stage 2 Raptors. Like John just said, the teams are quickly working that, and it looks like the flags are being cleared as we speak. So we should be able to resume the launch countdown any moment now.
And it's worth noting on Starship that once we resume the countdown, it restarts from the 40-second period, and then we keep going unless another condition pops up.
Come on,
So stick
come
around.
on.
because,
Bring that countdown timer back
very
up.
soon.
We've completed all testing for this moment.
Amazing views here coming to us from Starbase, Texas.
Oh, I'm seeing some activity going on. Oh boy. Okay, 30 seconds until the SpaceX Starship first orbital test flight. Oh my gosh, this is it, guys. It's time to launch the world's most powerful and largest rocket ever built. This is it. We are live from SpaceX and Godzilla King _ 1954 to 2023, and it's time to count down to the SpaceX Starship first orbital test flight live event. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. 33 Raptor engine ignition. Oh my goodness. And liftoff of the SpaceX Starship. We rise together with SpaceX, traveling back to the moon, traveling to Mars, and beyond. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, get out of here, Ad. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here right now. We don't need you. We don't need you. Please hurry up. Oh my gosh, guys. Oh my gosh. Oh, look. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, guys. Look. Oh my goodness. The most powerful and largest rocket ever built and ever flown. Oh my goodness. We have 3 Raptor engines down, but this is still enough thrust.
Starship vehicle, tower clear, way to pitch over. Propulsion reports first stage engines nominal. What a sight from the Grand Pyramids at Starbase. Flying at twice the thrust of the Saturn V heading
Twice the thrust of the Saturn V rocket. Oh, we all lost another Raptor engine. We're starting to lose Raptor engines here, but wow, look at this. Godspeed Starship S-24 and Super Heavy Booster 7. Oh, we lost another Raptor engine. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look.
As the velocity increases, the density of the atmosphere is decreasing, lessening stress on the vehicle. The call out, max Q now.
Yep. We went through max Q here. We're going through max Q here. Oh, this is the maximum aerodynamic pressure.
As we head downrange,
Oh my goodness. The SpaceX Starship first orbital test flight is successful.
our next major activity is going to be shutdown of the first stage.
Oh my goodness. We lost another Raptor engine, but it went back up. It went back up. Oh my goodness. It is so high. S-24 and B-7 are so high.
If all goes well, those 6 engines will burn for almost 6.5 minutes.
Oh, we got onboard view. We can see the grid fins. Oh, and we can see the inside. We can see Starship S-24's 3 Raptor Sea Level Engines and 3 Raptor Vacuum Engines.
Back maneuver for landing in the Gulf.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look, you can see onboard view right there.
Continuing to fly, 2 minutes 40 seconds. Let's get ready for main engine cutoff.
Oh my goodness, this is going to be booster main engine cutoff here.
Beginning the flip for stage separation.
Oh, we're starting to run out of liquid oxygen here. We gotta hurry up. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. It's flipping around too much. We're wasting too much liquid oxygen. Oh my goodness. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties right here.
We are awaiting stage separation.
It's not happening.
Where Starship should separate from the Super Heavy booster.
Oh no.
Yeah, Kate, right now it looks like we saw the start of the flip, but obviously we're seeing from the ground cameras the entire Starship stack continuing to rotate. We should have had separation by now. Obviously, this is does not appear to be
my
a
goodness.
normal situation.
Yeah, it does appear to be.
Oh my
spinning,
goodness.
but
Starship S-24 and Booster 7.
everything after clearing the tower was icing on.
Oh my goodness. Oh. 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 Guys, Starship S-24 and Booster 7 just got demolished. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Both Starship S-24 and Booster 7 exploded. Oh my goodness. Immediately 4 minutes after launch. Oh look, here's Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla and SpaceX right there. Look, we see Elon Musk right there. Look, there he is right there. People are getting some video of him on with the cameras right there. Look, it's Elon Musk right there, the CEO and the creator of SpaceX and Tesla.
Joining us, Starship just experienced what we call a rapid unscheduled disassembly, or a RUT, during ascent. But now this was a development test. There's a first test flight of Starship, and the
Yep.
goal was to gather the data, and as we said, clear the pad and get ready to go again.
Yep.
So you never know exactly what's going to happen, but as we promised, excitement is guaranteed.
Yep.
And Starship gave us a rather spectacular end, but was truly an incredible test thus far.
Now, as we mentioned at the start of today's program, any and all the data that we collected during the test is going to help us with further development of Starship, and it's going to improve the vehicle's reliability as SpaceX seeks to make life multiplanetary. It's really worth noting that the flight path was designed to be over water and all the air
Oh my
and sea
goodness.
space. Along with that flight path and those surrounding areas cleared in advance of the test. And of course, we're going to be coordinating with local authorities for the recovery operation.
Yep.
But honestly, what an exciting morning. Oh my gosh. We had a successful liftoff from Starbase, Texas at 8:28 a.m. Central Time. We cleared the tower, which honestly was our only hope. We cleared the tower, and all the data that we collected all the way through all those Raptor, those 33, although I think we saw that 3 Raptor engines were out. But we got all that data.
And then we got 2 of them down.
So far as to hoping to see the Starship, the second stage, separate from the first stage, the Super Heavy booster. And unfortunately, we didn't make that happen, but that's okay. It was the first integrated launch, and honestly, today was amazing.
Yeah.
It's an absolutely incredible day. We made it through a number of those initial test objectives with getting booster ascent, getting all the way through the countdown, working some issues at the end. Like, really fantastic day.
Got through the gate at T-minus 40 seconds on the second try. Everything released, the hold down, quick disconnect arms, everything moves out of the way. And then we got the vehicle off the pad, through max Q, all the way up to stage separation, even starting into the prep for stage 7. And then, as we say, a lot of excitement.
Honestly, my face has had a smile on it since liftoff, and now my face hurts. Now, since we don't have any insights on the cause of our rapid unscheduled disassembly at this point, we're going to end our webcast here. Teams will continue to review the data and work toward our next flight test. But before we go, a big congrats to the entire SpaceX team on an exciting first integrated flight test of Starship. And of course, a shout out to our viewers. We appreciate you joining us. And as always, we thank you for your interest in Starship, SpaceX, and your ongoing support. Until next time.
Wow, guys. That was amazing. Wow, guys. I cannot believe that live event was absolutely amazing. Wow, guys, that was absolutely amazing. And hold on one moment here. Hold on one moment, guys. We gotta pause this right here. So back, we'll be back. Pause right there. Yeah. All right, there. All right, guys. So, anyways, that was absolutely amazing. We finally successfully launched the SpaceX Starship from Starbase in Texas. So, yeah, guys. Yep, that was the SpaceX Starship first orbital test flight right there, and it was absolutely amazing. So, yeah, guys, this is definitely the longest video so far on Godzilla King underscore 1954 to 2023, and it may take some time to process the uploading and all that stuff because of how long this is. So, anyways, guys, that was absolutely amazing. We finally had ourselves the SpaceX Starship first orbital test flight, and also the first live event on Godzilla King underscore 1954 to 2023. Although unfortunately we did lost Starship S-24 and Super Heavy Booster 7 and two pieces of information that we have of the SpaceX Starship first orbital test flight. Number one, Starship S-24 and Super Heavy Booster 7 they're no longer with us. But the good news is we had our first successful liftoff or launch from the orbital launch mount and all that stuff. So, yeah, guys, and yeah, please don't be worried and don't be sad and all that stuff. It's just a test flight. It's just a test flight, and even though that we lost two very iconic and historical SpaceX Starship prototypes. The sacrifice of Starship S-24 and Booster 7 for making SpaceX Starship the world's most powerful and largest rocket ever built in humanity and in the world. Yeah, guys. Even though that we lost Starship S-24 and Super Heavy Booster 7 and that they're no longer with us now, the sacrifice of Starship S-24 and Booster 7 will for making SpaceX Starship for. Okay, let me say this in one take. So, anyways, guys, since we lost Starship S-24 and Super Heavy Booster 7 during the first orbital test flight, like during 4 minutes after the launch, and now that Starship S-24 and Super Heavy Booster 7 are no longer with us, the sacrifice of Starship S-24 and Super Heavy Booster 7 for making the SpaceX Starship the world's most powerful and largest rocket ever built will forever echo and will be forever memorized and not forgotten in the history of rocket history and SpaceX history and all that. So, yeah, guys, that was the first live event of Godzilla King underscore 1954 to 2023, and that was the SpaceX Starship first orbital test flight. And also, rest in peace, Starship S-24 and Super Heavy Booster 7. Their sacrifice for making SpaceX Starship the world's most powerful and largest rocket ever built will forever be memorized and not be forgotten in the history of space rocket history and rocket history and all that stuff and space history and SpaceX history. So yeah, guys, that's gonna be the end of this video. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it, and that was the first live event of Godzilla King underscore 1954 to 2023. So we will all see you in the next video for more Godzilla and Fortnite videos. So please like the videos and subscribe to Godzilla King underscore 1954 to 2023 to become a member of Team Godzilla. And for more Fortnite videos and for this YouTube channel to get to to 50 subscribers, and all that very soon. So, all right. Also, we've also reached 1 hour as well. That's great. And we reached 1 hour. We reached 1 hour in the video. We finally reached 1 hour. So yeah, this is the longest video we definitely made so far on the Godzilla King _1954 to 2023 YouTube channel. So yeah, guys, please remember to like and subscribe. Please remember to like the videos and subscribe to Godzilla King _1954 to 2023 to become a member of Team Godzilla, and for this channel to get to 50 subscribers very soon. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this video is definitely gonna make everybody get my YouTube channel an extra boost of subscribers. That's definitely gonna give me more subscribers, since this is a SpaceX video, and I know there's a lot of SpaceX fans out there. So anyways, guys, that's going to be the end of this video. Hopefully you all enjoyed it, and that was the longest video ever, in the first live event, and the first Orbital Test Flight live event on Godzilla King _1954 to 2023. So see you all in the next video for more Fortnite videos. So see you all. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. Alright, guys, that is finally going to be the end of this video. This is now going to be a 1 hour long video, and this is definitely the first, the longest video we definitely had filmed here on the Godzilla King _1954 to 2023 YouTube channel. So yeah, guys, hopefully we might get much longer videos after this one. So there is going to be much longer videos than this in the future of this YouTube channel. So that's going to be the end of SpaceX Starship first orbital test flight. Hopefully you all enjoyed it, and I am super tired right now. I am going to go to bed and have myself a huge rest now, since literally 1 hour into the video and it's past 12 a.m. So that's going to be the end of the video. Hopefully you all enjoyed it, and we will see you all in the next video. Hopefully you all enjoyed the SpaceX Starship first orbital test flight live event on Godzilla King _1954 to 2023. And we will see you all in the next video we record. So bye. See you all. Hopefully you all enjoyed the first live event on this YouTube channel. So see you all in the next video. Wow, that was the best live event. That was the best live event so far. Alright, see you all.